You're always good, aren't you?
I think I'll talk about banding failed Roux-en-Y is not the best option, but I think Bruno Dieleman mentioned it to me initially, and I was quite skeptical at the beginning. But certainly there is a consistent number of patients who require revision in the long term after Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. And although the most effective operation for failed Roux-en-Y is distalization, not all the patients can benefit from that operation. In my strategy, there is a rationale to ban the gastric bypass, because if there is a patient with weight loss failure, with weight regain, that has proved poor compliance to clinical monitoring and vitamin supplementation, I think this is the only safe option for that given patient. I think this is very important because in my series, I have performed Roux-en-Y for almost 20 years, and in the long run, as was Higa showed as well in the long term, the number of patients who they are taking supplementation is between 20 and 30%. So although you are not going to have a major life problem without taking supplementation, you may have a lot of patients coming to emergency department with 5 of hemoglobin or very low calcium on loss of teeth or things like this in the long run. So I believe that we should pay a lot of attention to this problem. The other things I think is very important to consider again is that before going to revise a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, you must find out the anatomy. Because if the pouch is very large, and if often I found a forgotten hiatal hernia into the mediastinum, at that point, the operation is again to recognize that there is a hiatal hernia, reduce the hiatal hernia, and after that, implanting the band. This is an example of a patient I re-resect following a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass with a large part of fundus in the chest. And you see the dilation of the entire pouch that I resected. I reconfectioned, in this case, the anastomosis. So 2 types of band are available. One is the adjustable gastric band, which in this case, I obviously advise because with Bruno discussing the case of perforation, I think in that case, if you leave a band inside the patient, you are at high risk in case of medical litigation. It's difficult to be defended by medical legal. So I think that the adjustable band are much better because you may dilate the band and leaving back any worries or potential complication. In case you decide to put an adjustable band, there is no need to retrim the pouch because basically you go in a place just at the upper part of the pouch. So this is going to increase the restriction of the operation. In case you are doing a non-adjustable gastric band, I think pouch resizing, as I think Bruno or Jacques will show, is important because this band is self-containing more than restricting the pouch. The experience, I have done a few cases. I think Bruno has a lot of cases. I couldn't find many publications. Mark Besler from New York, Columbia University has published a series and is 5 years. There are some 5 years data on that. Data are still very little in the literature, but The aim of this operation is especially, moreover, not do any harm, and you can give some modest weight loss to a failed gastric bypass. Thank you.
Thank you.